Yo, what up? It's your boy, JJ Stone, aka O Doctor. Welcome to another episode of IQMZ Tech. Today, I'm going to be wrapping up my thoughts on CES. I didn't go this year. I haven't gone in a couple of years. Obviously, COVID kind of shut everything down, but I'm still not ready to get back out in them crowds, especially because I know a lot of people and be shaking hands, and I'm not trying to be stuck wearing a mask and breathing into myself in a hot, sweaty Las Vegas hallway somewhere. But apparently, people went. The numbers that they put out sounded a lot more than what I saw from like friends. FaceTime a couple buddies that were out there, saw a couple things, but people were back in the swing of it, and that's good for them. Yay, CES, where we get to look at all kinds of ridiculous things. 92% of them we'll never get, but I'm not going to talk about those things. I'm going to talk about the things that we should be getting. And I guess we're going to start in the dumps. I'm so sorry. That's a terrible dad joke, and I apologize for it. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I couldn't stop myself. Urinals and urination tech. Um, Great for finding out if you're pregnant. I guess if you spend a lot of money and you're having a hard time getting pregnant, this would be great for you to have. There's a lot of things that you can tell illness wise go through your urine. Like if you go over to the doctor, they can check for a lot of things with the urine now. It's actually pretty impressive. But this first one, it just looks like a trucker's or a Jeep lover's headlight rail. Is well, it's going to be shooting beams of light while you pee, or do you have to like pee on it? And some of these things, I'm thinking like, what's the trajectory for people urinating? Like, how could a female ever, unless it's like flat, I don't know. That design seems something weird to me, but again, other people are doing it. Moving on to something that looks more reasonable is witherings or however people say it. People say it different ways all the time. I like this company a lot. Like I use their scales. I have a lot of their sleep tracking stuff. Not anymore because I use my Aura Ring, but I've used a lot of their products in the past, and they always have good apps and things connect well and they work well. So again, other than the fact of it being in a weird spot for urination, because you can swing it around and use this got a little circle, the app goes with it, got replacement cartridges. It's not approved by the FDA apparently, but it is with things. They're going to get it done. Um, I believe in them as a company. If anybody's going to be checking your urine, I believe this one's going to be the winner. But like, imagine like being able to just drug test your kids, or your husband's been going off on a coke bender and you just want to catch him in the act, and he just thinks it's like a Senate thing that he just pees on like it's a video game. You're like, you was doing coke again. I know you were doing drugs. Like, I don't know. That's what I think of when I wonder like why I'm going to check my urination. Other than pregnancy tracking and things like that, like I don't know. Even though I have had kidney stones a couple times, and I'm pretty sure that this would be able probably to detect that, because apparently you can see a lot of things in your urine. But this was the best one. Then I'm going to go look down at this other one. What is this? I didn't read it. I just looked at it and said, this is dumb. This is dumber than the light laser beam urine reader. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't even care what I'm supposed to do with it. But what are you supposed to do with that? That's ridiculous. Anyway, enough with the urination. Um, why was everyone talking about this bird feeder? I mean, like every tech reviewer, every tech website was talking about this bird. Did they pay you guys? Did they give you free bird food? Like, who cares? Like, I think about Ant Pro because he takes pictures of birds, but he doesn't need a camera thing. He just puts the stuff out there and he catches the birds. It can tell that it's not a bird in the yard and it's you. And it could who? How many bird people watching are out here doing this, watching these birds? Like it's cute for this 30 seconds. I don't know. Maybe a little birds enough. I don't know. That's just, but everybody's talking about this thing. It's upgraded. And I'm like, this is not even new stuff. Like it's the new technology is it could tell you what kind of bird it is. It knows that that's a European robin. Cool. It's nice. If you're a bird lover and you hate what I just said, leave me a comment. I don't care. But it just seems weird to me that everybody loved this thing or talked about it. TVs. Every year is TVs. I am so close to being in the market for a new TV, but two TVs got me. This 97-inch 4K, which is wireless. I don't know how they deliver power for this TV, but I don't think it's wireless. But it has a large container unit for all of your HDMI plugins, and it beams 4K 120 to this screen, which is amazing because if you ever had a home theater, like I had a projector and I had to run everything up, it had surround sound and ran everything up through the wall, and I had a special cabinet built for it. And a lot of people do that. And if I could just have a small unit box that everything runs into and it just beams, ah, imagine the places you could stick that and not have to like build in a cabinet or, you know, people always build in a cabinet. If you're rich, I'm not rich. I'm not saying I'm rich, but I'm saying if you're rich, people you just build in a cabinet into the wall, cut it into drywall or something to make a cabinet. But this thing, you don't have to worry about that. So this TV is cool. Samsung's got all new TVs. I love Samsung. That's like my favorite brand, but LG's really legit. But this TV, uh, displace suction cups to any surface scares the hell out of me thinking about that. But this is truly wireless because it suction cups to it and the same kind of technology, like I guess it's beaming information to it, but it has battery packs in it. And they're hot swappable battery packs that allegedly give you 6 hours a day usage per battery. I mean, that's pretty legit. But if you're spending 3Gs on this, you can get the bundle packing for 9Gs and get four of them, and you can link them together and they sync together, and you can like swipe at it and do gestures with it. Like, this is my kind of TV. If I can just get two of them and then I can talk myself into getting two more and put them together, this TV is a winner. This TV, but that suction cup thing scares me. Like I wouldn't have glass to put it on. It'd be on my drywall. Like this thing says it's going to stay put and everyone's talking about staying put. I don't know. They got it on glass. They don't have it on the drywall in this hotel room. They put it on, I mean, it looks more aesthetically pleasing, obviously being able to put it on a window like that. But I want to see this thing hang on drywall for 2 weeks without having to. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. They shut me up. There's a video right there. Here we go. So that made me skip in there. Yeah, I guess. I mean, obviously it has to do it. They wouldn't sell it if it didn't. But look at how easily he's manipulating and moving that thing around. Oh God, I need that TV. You need that TV. Buy that TV. Have me over. We can watch the TV together. Deal? Sounds like a deal. Revlon, which I didn't when I first heard it, I was like, what do I care? But they made a device that you can apply. You can apply lipstick with. And I showed this to a friend who they their hand she was in a fire and her hand lost a lot of dexterity. And she's done a lot of things with her left hand, which is her dominant hand. I showed her this and she was like pretty much freaking out. Like that would be so cool, apparently. And it's just something that is needed and practical. And congrats to them for making it. From all the people that tried it and tested it, it looks phenomenal. Like that's something that you need. That's something that humanity needs. And it was given to us by L'Oreal. I don't know what company they were working with because I didn't read that deep into it because it's not for me. But just still impressive. It reminds me of that spoon that the one guy made for Parkinson's that helps so when your hand's shaking, their spoon still stays safe so you can eat. Just things that you need in life. This was great. That's great CES stuff right there, new stuff. Now, PlayStation has a new controller and it's called Project Leonardo, and it's made again for people with disabilities. And they had a very moving video of just regular gamers who have disabilities talking about the need for things like this. Xbox has a version of this, which seems much simpler, and I can grasp it in my mind much easier just by looking at it. This befuddles me and I don't understand how it works. I didn't see anyone actually using it, but it is customizable. And again, the community that would need this seemed excited about it and excited to be working with Sony about it. So, that's great. I can't imagine what this thing's going to cost. PlayStation just announced their own finally branded Pro controller, and that thing is $200. And if you're spending $200 on a Pro controller, it's nice, but I mean, there's other controllers out there that offer more and are a little bit less expensive. And yeah, but I still might buy one because I got a PS5, and why not buy the brand? But I gotta wait for them to come out another color. They only got white. But this thing, I want to. It's not for me. I still want to play with it because I see joysticks and it reminds me of like arcade games. Maybe that's how I don't know. I'm so interested to see this in action. But again, customizable buttons. The community seems to be excited about it. Hats off to Sony for doing this. Just don't make it like $600, please. Don't make it $600. Laptops. This is the only laptop that I cared about. And the first thing I think when I see this is actually coming out. So this is something we can actually get in our hands. This is finally a yoga book laptop that looks like a yoga kind of thing. I know they put yoga on everything because it sounds sexy to put it on a laptop, and the laptop just folds over and you can write on it. And no, this is two full screens, virtual keyboard, but it comes with a Bluetooth keyboard that sits on top of the lower screen if you want. You can rotate it in different directions. You can have it out by itself, has a stand, has a stylus. This is sexy, and it's not all one screen, so I don't have to worry about it like breaking on me. It has two separate screens with a hinge in the center. I like that. I like that it's not a foldable device, even though obviously it is a foldable device, but you know what I mean. Would I use it? No, because I'm maxed out right now on laptops and my computing, besides like PCs that I build. But this thing looks sexy. This thing looks impressive. I want to play with it. I want to type on that glass keyboard. But this is finally yoga. This is yoga. This thing is flexible. And $2,000, that's not bad. Just hopefully it doesn't overheat with all that screenage and processing power underneath of it. But yeah. Lenovo Yoga Book 9. I think it looks sexy. I like it. I'm not buying it, but again, someone else buy it so I can come play with it. These things, they're all over the place. My daughter, when she was younger, I used to buy these things. These things are always like $300-$400, and they always promise to like talk and walk and do things and have fun. And it's not going to do all this stuff, and your kid's not going to play with it. At this point, just go get a dog. Go get a dog. I don't like these things. I don't care about them. They're not at the place yet where like Megan, the movie Megan, where the android robot makes it cool. I don't care about these things. It recognizes me. Yeah, right. It recognizes me. Come on. Does it do? They never do everything that they say they do, and you know it. We've seen these things come out every year. Hot toy. I don't know anybody's going to want this. And if their kid did play with it, they play it for like 3 seconds and then leave it alone. Blah. Who cares? Do you care? Am I being grumpy today? Pet Luma? Am I doing you a disservice? Nobody wants that thing. Now this, I am a great cook. I say that because I'm overweight and people on the internet have seen my food and my friends eat my food. People love my food. So I'm good at cooking. I suck at baking things because I cook with love. I'm hard. People keep asking me for a cookbook. I would have to sit down and measure out things at least one time to do measurements of things to get it right. But I don't do that. I just splash and dash and I make it and I make it again. If it sucks and I make it again and it sucks and then finally I get it good and then I just have it in my brain. I know what to do. But baking, I'm terrible at it because again, measuring. So this mixer has a weight scale inside of it. You tell it the recipe, you pour the amount of oil, the amount of flour, it tells you the weight, it tells you to stop it. Like that's what I need. And then it mixes it for me in the right amount of time. Because that's why I never bake anything. Like I could never make anything really from scratch like this because how long am I mixing it for? Like I bought a $500 mixer one time because these things are expensive anyway. I don't even care how much this costs. I'm not looking at it right now, but I know it's got to be over $500. But the price doesn't matter because all these kind of devices, even without the smart technology, are expensive. But if this thing could whip for me and give me the weight and the dimensions and stir for me and do all the things that I need to do, and all I have to do is clean it and pour stuff in it, they got me. They got me. As soon as I offload my $500 one that I never used to somebody, I'll put it as a down payment toward this bad boy when it comes out. So yeah, GE, good job, GE, making stuff for people like me that don't want to measure anything and just want to have the screen tell me. That's lazy technology. That's good technology. I could just be lazy. Cars. I didn't even bring up the BMW car at a spike. The BMW car, you've seen it. If you're watching me, you've already watched everything on CS. You're just watching this because you like me. But the BMW that changes colors, again, I'm never going to be able to get that car. It's never going to be available. It's not real. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And BMWs are going to have you subscribe for each fucking color you get. So I'd give a shit about that car. Then there's this thing, which again, apparently it's just a concept car. You can't get it. And they're like, oh, we're just putting things out there because they're going to be in the next model. I don't know about that. This thing's got a projector, a movie projector in it. It follows you with like LED lights in the path behind you, like a dog's case. You know what I mean? I'm out there in search and rescue. This would be great. This would be a great search and rescue device. Big fancy screens, cool inside, the interior is sexy. I would love this thing. I mean, I'm looking for an electric car outside of a Tesla. I can't get this. So why even look at it? Why even go into depth about it? But it just looks cool. And it's here, not here. And they're going to use certain parts. Call me in like 20 years when I can actually get this thing. And I'll be so happy and so excited about it. But cars at CES are, I'd rather go to auto show. At least I can get inside stuff that I can actually buy or that's coming out in the next year or two. They have concept cars too, but stuff like this thing looks really cool. If you're bored, go watch the video on it. I'm not gonna waste any more time. Just wanted to bring it up because it's cool. Now this thing is interesting to me. It's a bionic suit, German bionic. Okay. So if you're out in the warehouse and you're lifting boxes or you're moving heavy things, you put on this fully automated exoskeleton suit. And the first thing I thought to myself was, okay, it's going to help me pick up packages or boxes over 50 pounds or 60 pounds or something like that. Okay, it's going to help me stand up properly. I'm adding weight to myself. I've worked in a warehouse. If you've ever worked a warehouse job, you are trying to shed all weight. You get annoyed when you have to wear that stupid yellow vest around your job because it's just one more thing for you to wear on you when you're on your feet lifting things over and over and over again. So I'm going to walk around with this exoskeleton suit on that's supposed to, I don't know. This seems dumb to me. I guess you got to have the first step. If I can get in this thing like a robot and fully be boop, 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 then cool, get me in it. But this just seems like a weighted backpack that's going to help me lose like 20 pounds in the warehouse before I pass out. I don't know how much it's going to help me pick up packages. I don't know. Just me. I'm so grumpy on future tech. All this stuff is just silly. Some things are cool. Oh, like this. Now, again, think about things that are silly. So a lot of these new headphones that are coming out, the earbuds, whatever, they're all kind of the same. But a lot of them have these screens on them. Would you ever use a screen on your earbuds? Like, I just think it's going to waste battery and draw battery from the headphones. I like the no screen where I know I'm getting like 3 or 4 days battery life out of it. And the case is a charging case. I guess it's cool to be able to see and push on there, but all that stuff goes through my phone. And I guess maybe if you're not using an iPhone, it is nice to be able to switch up things like your noise canceling and things like that. I guess you could do it right there on the unit. But I just think it's a power draw, and why would I want that? That being said, this let me get back down to it because I scrolled up. This Poly Voyager 360 does the same thing. It's got a screen, but I don't even have to watch the video. It also can broadcast Bluetooth to other Bluetooth devices. So you can turn something into a speakerphone, or you can plug a USB-C to a regular 3.5 jack and then beam that into your ears. Now that's great if you're on a flight or if you are using a laptop or anything, like just anything you want to plug into. That's nice. I love that feature. Like, using certain devices. I don't want to say their name because I don't want to trigger them in your house, but being able to plug in audio jack into it and plug it into sound systems, it's just nice to have. And I think that's really cool. The touchscreen thing on the front with all the information, I still don't like that jazz. But this Poly 360 plus, man, they might get me on that, even though I buy headphones and I hardly ever use them unless I use my over-the-ear ones. I never use earbuds that much. They don't stick in my ear too well. I usually have to use like the over-the-hook ones. But why do you care? Why am I explaining to myself who's doing what they're doing? By the way, if you're still here, go click subscribe and then hit the bell because I'm trying to do more videos. But if you don't watch them, then I end up not doing them. But if you watch them, then I'll do them. I just need like 17,000 of y'all to do it. And then I'll come back and I'll keep going. So yeah, that's the headphones. Now, this is something that I poo-pooed immediately when I saw people doing. This is another thing everybody was talking about, and it is the Fuffalive robotic pillow for anxiety, and it breathes. It's just and they made it in the shape of a puff of air, like a cloud. And I thought, this is so dumb. We are such sissified, weak people. But I do meditate and I do listen to um, sleep meditation audios at night, and they do the deep breathing and breathing in, breathing out. And I do sleep with pillows. I sleep with a pillow between my legs, and I hold a pillow. I thought, who would want something that's moving? But if you get to breathing and you get into the rhythm of breathing and it's breathing, I can see the benefits of that and calming and soothing you, just like meditation and slow breathing and deep breathing does. So I changed my mind and I think this is a great, great idea. This is also a company that made a pillow that's shaped like a cat with a tail hanging out for people to have comfort and anxiety. So yeah, this actually might be something that I get for myself. Uh I prefer they made it black instead of white, or if they give me like a deep blue color, because white just seems like it's gonna get dingy, and then who wants to hold a dingy cloud? I don't. But yeah, it turned my mind around. Then we got this self-walking stroller. Again, $3,800 targeted at wealthy people. I'm thinking again, lazy rich people. Who needs this? This is dumb, ill, whatever. Then I thought more about it. And I'm thinking, if you lived in San Francisco and you had to go up those hills and this thing could just power assist you, or when you're going to games, like my daughter plays sports, and you'd see moms dredging across soccer fields and stuff like that. So if this motor assists and give you a little bit of off-road power and help you trudge along, that part of it's great. But the just putting your baby on autopilot so it walks in front of you just seems weird and lazy, and you might as well pay for a nanny. But overall, $3,800 to be able to, maybe you have multiple kids, maybe one kid's in the stroller, one kid's not. You can keep one hand on the kid or pay attention to the kid, and the stroller's still keeping up with you. This might be something that's worth it, and it's not just for rich people. $3,800. I mean, people spend a lot of money on their babies and dogs and pets. So I mean, $3,800 doesn't seem that bad. They got that stroller that came out a while ago that like rocks for you and everything like that. And I have a lot of friends that have that thing. I wish I had that when my kid was a daughter, because it seems amazing and people love it. But yeah, the stroller, the self-driving stroller. And last but not least, I hope you can hear the train in the background, because that just makes everything more magical. If I can hear my headphones, you can definitely hear it. So I saw two people post about this, and I'm thinking, how come nobody was posting about the handy machine? Now, I'm not going to go and show you the video, but this thing gets into some action, boy. It be moving. And the crazy thing is, besides the fact that it's a handy machine, if you're listening on audio, by hand, I mean you using your hand for yourself and taking care of yourself alone in a male form figure, handy machine, all shapes and sizes. But it comes with Bluetooth, and they got people using VR glasses with it too. So I mean, oh, I know I say all the time VR is trash, but this is something practical to be using your VR with. Because you see the little, I don't know if you've ever seen like the sex stuff in VR, and you're just sitting there going like this with your hands and the little sticks and robots, so you're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But this is actually something that gives you a physical sensation to something that you're watching and getting in virtual reality. Oh, the world we live in. And this is readily available right now. This is on Amazon. I didn't even know Amazon had stuff like this, but yeah, it's on sale. It's 209. I'm not saying I'm going to get one, but I'm saying it's interesting. With the Bluetooth, with the online hookup, your girlfriend's out of town, she's got like a little remote she can handy from across the country on you, you know what I mean? Give you the rhythm that they want to give. I don't know. I just found this funny, so I wanted to end on it. So go ahead and get yourself a handy machine. I'm your boy. Oh, and just don't care, Doug. Like I said, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to do more tech stuff. I will be more focused going forward on things and articles and stuff that I'm reading. But I like to have fun with tech because sometimes tech is so boring. But gadgets are cool. We got the suction wall TV, got the bird feeder, we got some cars people don't care about. I'm getting that pillow and I'm going to do a review on that pillow, and it better relieve all my anxiety. Even though I don't have any, but I wanted to relieve my imagined anxiety, and I think it will do that. AKA help me go to sleep faster. That's what I'm hoping it does for me. Just breathe in, breathe out, and I take a nap. Okay, that's it. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, do something, click a button, do anything for me. I appreciate you. Leave me a comment. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.